How about now? Now you can hear me. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Cosmic Culture, today's Culture Catch Up, the weekly live podcast where we talk all things major movie and television news from the week. And what a week it's been. Huge news for Jurassic World Dominion as they dropped a 5-minute long prologue, which is what they're calling it. And obviously lots of Spider-Man No Way Home news as well. We're still kind of hanging around for that Sonic trailer, even though they very heavily teased that they would be dropping a trailer on Tuesday. But today we got some more news actually about some details of what's in the trailer. So we can talk about that as well. Moderator of No Way Home Leaks here. Well, hello Fluid. Thank you for joining. Pleasure to meet you. And the rest of you. Dragon Club, how you doing? John, Jake, my fearless mod, Carter's Collectibles, Gopal, all of you guys, Ghost Ray Ranger, thank you so much for joining here this morning. Oswin, how are you doing? So get your questions ready to go, and let's have a good hour of movie chat. Can I get tickets for any theater for the day on Monday? Any theater that will screen Spider-Man No Way Home, which would, in my opinion, probably be all of them. Yes, you should be able to get tickets for 100%. Now, not all theaters have access to the first premiere. Some theaters pay less money and they have to wait a week, so they won't have the first day. But any theater that has the premiere night, December 16th, yes, you can buy tickets early for that. I gotta grab a drink. My throat is dry. Tony and Andrew won't be in No Way Home. What's your argument for that? Because I have a large argument that they will be. Best movie to go see right now. Best movie to go see right now. If you're into Ghostbusters, Ghostbusters Afterlife is fantastic. They did a really good job of continuing on the Ghostbusters story, but also making it new. So highly recommend Ghostbusters Afterlife. I saw it a couple days ago. I'm a big fan of Ghostbusters, so I had a great time. What do I think will be in the Sonic 2 trailer? I'll tell you what's exactly going to be in the Sonic 2 trailer. It's going to be a little bit over 2 minutes long, and we will get our first official look at Knuckles. If Sam's Spider-Man 4 comes, will it cross No Way Home? I wouldn't expect Sam's fourth movie. It could happen. You know, at the moment, I don't think it is happening. But it'd be cool. It might reference No Way Home, but I doubt it would have anything to do with No Way Home. Do I think Kingpin is in Hawkeye series? I think it makes the most sense. Based off of the comics, based off of the future of the MCU with Echo series coming out and a few other Kingpin related stuff. Like Daredevil's now got 4 projects coming in the MCU. So I would expect to see Kingpin, yeah. Baby Tree doesn't have a name yet. He is actually older than Loki, though. He was downstairs and we moved upstairs. So he came into this room with me. But he is a little baby tree and he's cute. He's pretty great. But he doesn't have a name yet. So I'll let you guys figure that out. When Spider-Man No Way Home out, December 16th in the United States, nighttime. It releases officially the 17th. I think it's the 15th in England it comes out. Will Sony... I've lost it. Will Sony push back Spider-Man because increasing COVID cases? You know, I really hope they don't. Because at this point, I think that would hurt them more than just releasing it and taking their chances. Because they've already been dragging along everybody as far as the fan base goes. So I feel like if Sony made the decision to say, hey, COVID's increasing, we're going to push back the movie, I think that'd be more detrimental than just playing it. Culture looks like he's in a death metal band, which is awesome. Not many death metal bands around anymore, are there? I actually don't listen to much or any death metal really. What are the chances of Kristen in the movie? Slim to none. I've heard and I believe that she's not in it. So I'm gonna say probably not in it. What's the point of making a multiverse without other Spider-Man? There is no point in making a multiverse without other Spider-Man. You're 100% accurate. I feel like although the villains are fun and exciting, I imagine the studios had a harder time convincing Willem Dafoe and Alfred Molina to return to play villains than they did to return to Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. The only reason they wouldn't get the other Spider-Man is if one of them didn't want to do it. Right? So I doubt that there was actually any issue getting the gang together. You got everybody back. Even Jamie Foxx, who loved playing the role, but his movie didn't do so well. You know, and Andrew Garfield was a fantastic Spider-Man. The franchise was just poorly created. But I don't see why they wouldn't want them in the film. So I am highly expecting it. On top of a ton of other things like leaks, rumors, plot leaks, stuff like that. Dragon Club says, I'm so excited for Sonic. I am too. The first Sonic movie was fantastic. It's been too long since we've gotten the second. I cannot wait for the trailer to come out. Knuckles is my favorite Sonic character in the Sonic verse, in the Sega verse, and I'm chill. Idris Elba is going to be a fantastic voice of him as well. So I hope no one gets No Way Home spoiled since other countries are getting it first. I live in Ireland, so I'll be getting the movie on the 15th, but it's sad there's not a global release. Yeah, I don't know why they do that. You would wonder why. They pushed back the Philippines a month, and a couple other countries they pushed back a couple weeks. And in England and the United Kingdom, it's coming out 2 days early. I don't understand why they don't just say, hey, everybody, here's the trailer or here's the movie on the same day. Everybody enjoy it. The only thing I can say, and it's impossible for me because my job is on the internet, is avoid going on to social media after the 15th. Because you have no clue what's going to happen and what's going to pop up. So you just don't want to see that if you don't want it ruined for you. You just have to do that. John asks, will it be the same actor Kingpin? The word on the street is that Daredevil is going to be Charlie Cox. So I would say yes. I'm a little confused by what their plan is with the Netflix series, with the Defenders and all of that. But they're leaning towards doing that 100%. And I see, John, you did a super chat. Oh, I just answered that. Oh, yeah. Will Kingpin character be the same actor? Yes, John, he will. Sorry for taking so long. A lot of questions coming. I'm actually a little behind right now. Thank you for the super chat as well. I do appreciate it, John, so much. All right, I'm going back up because I missed a ton of answers. You still haven't seen Daredevil? It's actually probably the best out of all of the Netflix series. Ghostly says, Sonic the Hedgehog was the last movie I saw in theaters before COVID hit. Really? Wow. It's been a while since you've been back. I've seen in the theaters Tenet, Eternals. Oh, I've seen a lot. Ghostbusters. I've seen a lot of movies in theater since Godzilla vs. Kong. Quiet Place 2. Fast and Furious. I've seen a lot of movies. So what do you think about the Into the Spiderverse, and what do you want in the second movie? You know, I don't know how much I care. I think it was fun. I think they did a good job, and I don't care in a bad way. Don't get me wrong. I just think that whatever they do, as long as they keep that same vibe, it's kind of fun. I think it'll be good. So we'll have to wait and see. I just liked the flow of it, and I hope that they continue that more than anything. Anyone can doubt a troll about Toby and Andrew. Just let these people in here know it's not going to affect me because we already know they're in it, so you can troll all you want. Okay. What do you think about Into... Oh, I just read that one. Will there be a final trailer for No Way Home? Okay, I think so. I don't know if it's going to be Monday or if it's going to be 10 days before the movie comes out, the 1st of December. I presume that we will be getting a final trailer. I personally think we'll be getting something Monday. I don't know if it's going to be the final trailer this far before the film comes out. Because, you know, we're getting new TV spots every day. Which they'll continue after the final trailer. But I think it'd be appropriate for them to be like, final trailer, here it is. Another 2-3 minutes. Maybe this one they'll tease the shadows of the other Spider-Man or something. And then tickets are on sale. And then after that, a few TV spots, and here's the movie. You know, fun time, good day, everybody having fun. Your thoughts on Hawkeye? I think it started off a little slow, but I think it has a chance to be a lot of fun. You know, if you look at the series and what they're trying to complete with it, you know, it's got the Christmas vibe. It's trying to move in new Avengers and honor old ones. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I don't know that it's going to be as crazy hyped up as like WandaVision, for example. But I think it will still be a lot of fun. Did I see Clifford? Absolutely freaking not. Dumb question. Is Armor Wars all about people using Tony's tech or trying to re-engineer his tech? I've been seeing so much push for Armor Wars if that's what it is. I think we will see people go get Avengers tech and use it. They said in Hawkeye the sword was taken from destroyed Avengers place. That's a good question. We don't know officially what Armor Wars is going to be about. I think a lot of it is going to do with, you know, the remains of the Stark era, the remains of his technology and who has the rights to it. And, you know, Peter Parker got some portion of Stark Industries, but who else is still running it? Who else is still in charge there? Who else is still trying to do evil things? I would imagine the, you know, pawning and auctioning and secret selling off a lot of Avengers memorabilia as a part of it as well, because, you know, we saw this in Spider-Man No Way Home, or not No Way Home, Spider-Man Homecoming. People were stealing the Chitauri armor and the Chitauri equipment, and they were selling that and using it for evil. And I think all of that has a possibility to play in the future of the MCU, because you've had a world that's collapsed and come back together, and order isn't necessarily been restored yet. And we saw that in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So it's a good question, and it's a very interesting premise. And honestly, I hope we get a little bit more information from Marvel about what's happening politically in the world. And that's one thing I really enjoyed from Falcon and the Winter Soldier that I think maybe a lot of people overlooked, was the political side of it. Will you discuss about Jurassic World today? I'll discuss about whatever anybody asks me. I'm just going down the comment section. A lot of really good questions coming in today. Welcome everybody who's new to the channel. The whole point of this show is to talk about what you guys are interested in. So I try to push it by, you know, titling it the stuff that I think was important and fun. Jurassic World dropped a 5-minute long prologue this week. We have the Spider Mondays around the world. A lot of people talk about the Sonic trailer coming out. So that's kind of the area we're going to be. Most people like to ask about Marvel and Spider-Man. But ask whatever you want, and I'll either look it up if I don't know the answer, or we can debate about it. Whatever needs to happen. Andrew was so good as Spider-Man. The movies weren't good, though. 100% Ghostly. I think he was given a bad situation where he wasn't necessarily given the opportunity to rise to the occasion. I like the idea that they went with a younger Spider-Man for the MCU. One, he can last in the MCU longer. You know, they've done the whole high school saga. Now they're going to do the college saga. But I think that Andrew might have done really well in the MCU or under a different direction in his franchise. But that's just, you know, it is what it is sometimes. And he's getting a little swan song here in Spider-Man No Way Home, and I'm excited for that. Will the Disney Plus Investors Day 2021 happen? I actually haven't heard about a 2021 Investors Day. I'm sure there will be one. And they'll probably announce some new movies and some new plans moving forward from there. When does the Sonic trailer come out? The intrepid question. Somebody asked, when does the Sonic trailer come out? I'm way behind, by the way. The trailer comes out. We don't know. I'm just going to be honest. They heavily tease. Paramount themselves heavily tease. And I did a video on this, and I can show you the things. Let me see. Home. Where are the messages? Here you go. So these are directly from Paramount. Said, Happy Thanksgiving. Please hint to when the trailer is coming. Happy Thanksgiving. It doesn't get, and it doesn't get more obvious to me that was supposed to happen and didn't. You know, you have the evidence right there in your face. Like, where to go? Why didn't it happen? You know, something happened and they weren't able to release it, but we don't know right now. Let me address this super chat real quick. So, Aggie G, how intense and brutal do you think the fights in Spider-Man No Way Home will be, especially Tom versus Goblin, and which fight am I looking forward to the most? I am excited to anybody fighting Green Goblin. I love Green Goblin. How intense and brutal? I mean, if you're talking blood and guts spilling and pouring out, probably not that intense or brutal. You know, not like anything crazy like that's going to happen, unfortunately, you know, I say. because it's still a Marvel movie. I think we're definitely going to see some devastation, if that makes sense. We're going to see some pain. We're going to see some hurt. I think Tom Holland's Peter Parker is about to undergo some pretty insane, sadness. And as disappointing as that might be for us, that's who the character is, That's who the character always has been. Brian, how you doing? Hey, Chris, I don't know if this is much of a hint in the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer, but when Doctor Strange said Peter botched the spell, he pronounced Spider-Man. What do you think? I actually was doing an edit, so tomorrow I'm dropping a really cool video. I've edited all of the trailers that we've gotten into chronological order based off of the most accurate plot leak that we've gotten. This plot leak came out months before the first trailer and lined up perfectly the story that we saw in these trailers. A lot of confirmations have happened also with different releases and information. So tomorrow, guys, there's a few of you here to get a head start. Look for it. I'm going to be posting my chronological extended trailer. It's not an official trailer from Sony. I've gone through and taken all of the trailers and edited them into the proper order to the best of my ability. So I think it's a lot of fun. And the point of bringing that up is when he was saying when you wanted to stop being called Spider-Man, like he says it really weird. I feel like he's just being sarcastic towards Peter and it's taken out of context, so it sounds funny. But we'll have to see. But I don't think there's anything necessarily there, Brian. There's a lot of parts in the trailer that have been broken up and kind of cheated, like they always do in trailers, right? All right. Madison, how are you doing? I'm getting a bit worried with the amount of footage that is being shown for No Way Home with the TV spots, possibly a third trailer. Maybe it's just me. Worried about what? How much you've seen, the reveals, or worried about what the movie's going to be? Spider-Man is supposed to be a senior, not a freshman. Spider-Man is supposed to be whatever they need Spider-Man to be. I guess that's the glory of watching a movie, that they can, they don't take it directly from the comics. We got him in his second year of high school, and we've had 3 movies since, so he's a senior now in high school. We're getting his freshman story animated on Disney+, which I think is really clever, because we never saw Uncle Ben, we never saw him get bit by a spider, or his original transition, and I think it's really cool that they're doing that. Now, moving forward, I think it's going to be a few years before we see Spider-Man again. And then when we do, I think Spider-Man ends, everybody forgets who Spider-Man is. Everybody. Nobody even knows Spider-Man is a thing, or nobody knows who he is, and he can just kind of disappear. Whether they still remember Spider-Man exists or not, I imagine cinematically it'd be more fun if everybody's like, where's Spider-Man? And, he'll go to college, and he'll start to feel that guilt of not living up to his great responsibility. And we'll get flashbacks to Uncle Ben saying, great power comes great responsibility, blah, blah, blah. And then he'll retake the mantle of Spider-Man, like happens often in the comics and happens with every Spider-Man we've ever had. And then, we'll get back to it. And maybe we'll meet MJ in college and, or not MJ, Gwen. Maybe we'll meet Gwen in college, So there's a lot of opportunity and expectation with that. We're just going to have to wait and see exactly what it is. I'm sorry, I am very behind today. There's a lot of really good questions, and I want to talk about them all. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hop back down to the bottom. If I missed your question, feel free to ask it again. Just don't ask it 10 times in a row. Thank you, Jake, for keeping order in the chat. Okay, let's see. Where can I go? Let's just go back to the bottom. Where do I think Doctor Strange Supreme most powerful character in the MCU, and can we see him in a real action movie? What do I think? Is Doctor Strange? I would say probably the Scarlet Witch is the most powerful in the MCU, even more powerful than the Sorcerer, than Strange Supreme. Now, I'm talking about a character who has realized her potential and is capable of doing it, not currently, but it's the same with Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange hasn't met his total power just yet. So I think, yeah, it's important to take an appreciation of Sorcerer Supreme, and I don't know if we'll ever see him. Come Battle World, if we get to that point, it's going to be apocalyptic, and who knows what we see. But it would be really cool to see. He is for sure one of the most powerful characters that could exist in the MCU. Will Ned be Hobgoblin? It's a possibility. I don't think it's necessary. Personally, I don't think it's necessary that he does that. Vincent says, Chris, are you going to watch season 4 of Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous? Sorry, because it is going to connect Jurassic World Dominion. Yeah, all of them did, and I thought that was a really cool thing that they did with I think it's a Netflix series, right? With the Netflix series was connected directly. This is a new thing. It's kind of in the last year, people have started connecting animated series to live action movies or series as well. Like I just talked about the Spider-Man freshman series that's coming out. That's going to connect to the MCU, but it's going to be animated. I think you can do a lot to add to stories without, being under budget or trying to, it's an animated series. You don't have to have Tom Holland back. You get somebody who sounds like him, or you can get him to do it in a day because it'd be a lot of fun. That being said, yes, I am going to watch it because I watched the other ones casually. I didn't break them down or anything like that because, quite frankly, I don't think enough people care. And I try to do videos that I think people are going to watch, obviously. But personally, yes, I think it was a lot of fun. Good question. Did you notice that Lizard was the one who was talking at the end of the No Way Home trailer? Remember what he said? No, I don't, Marcel. Remind me. Whew. Do I think they will bring John's Punisher to the MCU? I don't think so. I think they shouldn't. I think they should start that over. We'll have to see, though. I'm going to say no. Madison says, hey, Chris, I'm super busy, but good. I miss being a part of these streams. How are you? I've been super busy. Spider-Man won't let me take a nap. But we're happy to be here. We've had a lot of fun. And, of course, we've noticed your absence. But I'm glad you can make it here today. I hope basketball and classes and finals is all going very well for you. Who is Hobgoblin in the comics? Is it Norman or is it Harry? Hobgoblin is traditionally Harry in the comics. I think there are a few runs where it isn't Harry. But again, the comics are just how they get inspiration for Spider-Man or for the movies. So they can change whatever they need to. I think Spider-Man will be sucked into another universe, and the spell works. Everyone forgets who Spider-Man is. I don't know that he'll go to another universe, because the MCU is still the MCU. But it's very possible. Maybe at the end he does get trapped in a different universe, and Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness, they free him. I have no clue. We'll have to see. That's a good theory. Oh, I want to take a nap. That sounds nice. There you go, Teague. Do I like John's Punisher? Of course. I thought John did a really good job. I just don't think they should. I personally don't want any of the Netflix characters in the MCU. It doesn't mean I think that Matt Murdock did a bad job. Charlie Cox or any of them. They all did a really good job. I just want to see the MCU's rendition. I want to see it start over. I don't want it to get confused with, oh, well, in episode 4, season 2 of The Punisher's, Daredevil said this. So, it gets all very, very confusing. I look like Thor in disguise with glasses and a cap. Shh. What do you want, Diggy? My cat wants in. Hey, what's going on? Do you want to say hi? You smacking at my door? You smacking at my door? Everybody, this is my rambunctious kitty. Very rambunctious kitty boy. Hey, hey, hey. You want to come in, you're in. Be kind. Be kind. Say hi to all the good people. Don't bite. Ow. Okay, time to go. You want to come in to bite me? That's what you want? Be gone. Can you grab him when he's walking on the door? He's a little bit of an attention whore, so he doesn't like it when I'm working and not talking to him. Oh, yeah, I hear my cat too. He's very loud. Okay. Cute cat. Yeah, he's a little crazy though. He's a lot of work. Alright. Yeah, I always see all of your No Way Home videos in my Sunbox. I watch some, but I'm trying to avoid spoilers, so not all of the videos. Yeah, spoilers is it's a big deal, isn't it? Here comes the goose. Yeah, Swan, you're right. You're right. Alright. What else we got? Spider-Man versus Flash. Who would win? I don't. Nobody. We would all lose. We would all be losers in that situation. Ugh. In Spider-Man No Way Home, are we going to see Green Goblin kidnap Ned and turn him into Hobgoblin? Again, I've heard rumors about it. But specifically, I don't know. I think it's difficult to say. I don't know what Ned's story is going to be. There's so much going on, you have to remember, in this movie. they have so many different stories that they have to tell and go into that I don't know where they're gonna land. You know, I think it's difficult to tell all of those stories. I'm gonna take a little intermission, boys and girls. This is my personal Instagram, where you see more pictures of my cat and me fishing, and I have a pretty wife. So if you want to check that out, that's just me. That's not movies, but I would be honored if anybody wanted to follow it. I'll drop other stuff during the stream as well. Twitter, Discord, so. Hi, I'm new to the channel and I just subscribed. Well, Nathaniel White, thank you for joining. Welcome to Culture Ketchup. I hope you find some comfort here. Matto Studios, you're here. Good to hear, good to hear. Do I really think Tobey Maguire, I presume is what you were trying to say, will be in the movie? Yes, I do really think Tobey Maguire will be in the movie. Have I heard about the runtime of Jurassic World Dominion? I think I read it and I've forgotten. What was it? Are you asking me? Or do you know? Because I think I read it, but I honestly can't remember what it is right now. Justine, how are you doing? My Thanksgiving was good. Me and my wife did a little tiny thing. We invited Warren. He came and ate with us. We just had all the good snacks. That's all I can say about that. I'll send a picture. How about that? You guys want to see what my Thanksgiving looked like? Let me send a picture to Discord. And then I can show you guys. Select more photos. Let's do this plate, and this plate. And done. And this, and this. There you go. This was what we made. Let me pull them up. This was my Thanksgiving. Hopefully you can see that well. Make it bigger. That's my plate. I made all the food, me and my wife. There's some chicken, potatoes, stuffing. Those are my favorite candied yams. This was our table. This is what the house that we live in looks like behind the scenes of the Cosmic Wonder, Cosmic Culture, Marvel Minute News household. And we ate with G Fuel cups and Ghost cups because we didn't have any fine crystal and I didn't feel like drinking out of a red Solo cup. That was my Thanksgiving. Thank you for asking. Sonic 2 trailer, they effed it up, man. I don't know where the trailer's at. Nobody's heard. It was supposed to come out. I've asked around. There were confirmations from the studio that they were supposed to release the trailer, and for some reason they backed out. I don't know if it was because of this new COVID strand and they're worried about delaying the movie. But yeah, they said no. Thank you, Madison. I like to cook, actually. In my relationship, I'm the chef. I cook dinner every night, and I was excited to cook for this event. What will be the runtime of No Way Home? It is 2 hours and 28 minutes, including credits. So 2 hours and 20 minutes by the time credits are done. Question, how long will the Spider-Man No Way Home be? Oh, I just answered that. Okay. This may be off topic, but have you or Warren heard about turducken? My family and I had it for Thanksgiving. It was very good. Is it like a turkey duck combo? That's great to hear. It's been stormy here in Cape Town, South Africa since last night. Plate of food looks good. Thank you very much, Justine. I hope you and your family stay safe. Yeah, yum, yum, yum. Chicken is a cousin of turkey. I will be getting leftovers now. I'll be getting leftovers when I get off. Is Cosmic Wonder my real brother? No, he's not my blood relative, if that is what you ask. Wow, that's short. What's short? Oh, the movie? Yes. It is a lot of movie without a lot of... I mean, 2.5 hours is still 2.5 hours. You can get a lot done in 2.5 hours. I haven't even eaten breakfast yet. No, I haven't either. What is Wong doing during Spider-Man No Way Home? You know, I wonder if maybe that's overlapping the time of Shang-Chi, and he's off doing whatever he's doing with Abomination. But we'll have to wait and see what exactly he's up to, because Wong's a sneaky boy, and I think he's pretty important in the MCU right now. He seems to be heavily involved in a lot of different stuff, so we'll have to wait and see. Do I think Doctor Strange or Wong know about Erisham the Judge? I'm sure there's a book somewhere that explains it, whether they've read it and appreciated the information. You know, if something were to happen with Arishem, maybe they'd be like, or after the Eternals, I suppose, maybe they'll be like, oh, I read about this in a book. But I don't know. I've seen movies in the theaters. This is going back to the Sonic Theater comment. Okay, good. I'm glad, because I feel like a lot of us find solace in the theater, so I'm glad that you're able to go. Do you think Harry Osborn, he mentioned, or be part of Green Goblin is motivation to go back home? Maybe. He didn't seem to love his son that much. So, also probably not. Will No Way Home have a sequel? I do not believe so. I think after Spider... So after Spider-Man No Way Home, and Tom Holland said this is the end of the trilogy. This is the end of the Coming Home, No Way Home, Far From Home saga. Moving forward, it won't be called that anymore. It'll be Spider-Man Redemption or Spider-Man Resurrected or Spider-Man something like that, right? I think so. There's a second trilogy coming. The college years. We're finishing the high school years. So I don't think, although things like this will be referenced, it's not going to pick up. I think he's going to get a new girlfriend. You know, I think he's going to get a new best friend. I think he's going to go and make a whole new life for himself. And they're going to start over with him because that's what you can do with Spider-Man. And people will always come and watch and figure out what's going on. Will the Ancient One return in the MCU? I don't think she needs to. Maybe Doctor Strange will talk to her in Multiverse of Madness somehow. But I don't think she needs to return, no. Is there going to be a teaser or main trailer for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom coming soon? I don't know about coming soon because they just dropped that prologue, so that might push us back a couple weeks at least. But I bet by the end of the year we get something, yeah. Isn't Tom Holland's contract done? Yes, Tom Holland's contract is over after Multiverse of Madness. That doesn't mean he won't return. You know, Spider-Man has been the biggest thing for him in the history of his life. He loves the fans. He knows the fans want him to come back. So I imagine he'll come back for another trilogy. I find it hard to believe he wouldn't want to. He wants to, and he's talked about move on to bigger things and do other things. He wants to be James Bond. But he's too young. He's too young to be James Bond. He's not going to be James Bond. I don't think anybody would take him seriously. So I think he needs to do one more trilogy, you know, get a little older, and then he'll have a bright career ahead of him if that's what he cares about doing. So, there you go. I hope Zendaya stays involved in the MCU somehow. Madison, I think she's finna die. I feel like she has to die. I'm sorry. I hope Tom Holland is playing Spider-Man still. I like Tom Holland a lot. He's definitely my favorite Spider-Man. He's done a fantastic job. I think the actor is a great guy. And I agree. I hope he stays around. Do I believe these No Way Home post-credit leaks? I haven't seen them yet, Billy Bug. So, no, because I haven't seen them. Can we see Hulk versus Wolverine in the future? Oh, 100%. And Mark Ruffalo, Hulk, has talked extensively on multiple different late night and morning chat shows how he has actually pitched that idea to Feige. Specifically, Wolverine versus Hulk. And Hugh Jackman's Wolverine specifically. And I don't think that specifically will happen. But that's how that will probably be. I'm being mean to Madison. I didn't write the movie. I just think she's finna die. I think it makes the most sense. If you're going to kill somebody, you know, it'd be sad if Aunt May dies, but who cares? You know, I'm trying to be realistic. I'm trying to be like, hey, if I'm trying to create the biggest Spider-Man endgame level rift, who do we kill? You know, and you've seen in the trailers. What have you seen in the trailers? You know, Tom Holland talking to Zendaya. Saying, the only week I've ever felt normal in my life was the week you found out I was Spider-Man. And so look at the clues, right? This is what we do for a living, right? Break down the clues. If it was Aunt May who was going to die, and she still might, don't get me wrong, but as an analyst, you know, and that's what I am. I'm not a movie critic. I'm an analyst. I look at trailers and I analyze, what is Sony trying to do here? Trailers prep us for movies, right? So here's this trailer. Who does it focus on the most that isn't Spider-Man, that isn't the villains, that aren't the main characters? Which side characters have the most time? Side characters being Ned, Aunt May, Wong, MJ, Happy. The characters of that group who've had the most time is Zendaya. Because Zendaya is the one that made his life normal. In the leaks we've heard, she's the reason he goes and wants everybody to forget he's Spider-Man, because she can't get into MIT because she's related to or dating Tom Holland, dating Peter Parker. So that's what they're trying to do. is to build, it's very important that he helps it helps MJ. It's all for MJ. And what's going to cause Spider-Man to retire? Losing that one thing that matters to him. And yes, his aunt matters to him. Yes, Ned matters to him. But you take away MJ, based off of what we've seen in the trailers, she's the most important thing to him. The only time he's felt normal. Aunt May knows he's Spider-Man, and he didn't feel normal when she found out. Ned knows he's Spider-Man, and he didn't feel normal when Ned found out. But MJ's the specific one that Sony wants us to know is the important individual in Spider-Man's life. So she is on the chopping block for most likely to die because of what we're getting the information about. Now, maybe they all die, maybe everybody Spider-Man knows dies, which would be insane. But if I had to say one person are going to die, it's going to be MJ. Happy dies because the guns pointed at him and the building blows up, and the aftermath of that is Aunt May surviving and Happy probably dying. I think it'd be sad if Happy died because he's a connection to Iron Man, not Spider-Man. And I would be sad to see that connection disappear. I didn't expect MJ as Mary Jane either. I don't accept MJ as Mary Jane. Okay. I don't know what a lot of people say she's not really MJ. Like Mary Jane, and I don't know if that's the case. I feel like there's not going to be another Mary Jane in Spider-Man's life. Maybe Gwen, but I think she is the MCU's MJ. I know a lot of people don't like her as MJ, and each to their own. I just wouldn't expect to see another one. Amy Rose in Sonic 2, I hope we either get a Metal Sonic, an Amy, or a Shadow reference. Depending on how true to the story they want to go. Eggman creates Metal Sonic to defeat Sonic, Knuckles, and all them. So that would be the next step in the story. According to the games, would be Metal Sonic, and they would tease that. I don't know how many movies they want to make. I think they should do the entire Sonic Adventure battle storyline with Shadow and Maria and all of them. With Professor Gerald, I think his name is, Eggman's grandfather. That whole storyline would be insane, but it's a different level, and it would be a few years away. Like, you can't just put that in there, especially based off of what we got in the first one. Who should they cast as Gwen in the MCU? I don't know. You guys tell me. Do you think we'll get another Snyder cut in the future of the DCU? Probably not. They cashed that out. They made their money off of it, and I think that was the end of it. Even right after it came out, Warner Brothers said, we're parting ways with Snyder. We love him. He's part of the family, but deuce-was. Do I think the spell Doctor Strange did is going to do something with the TVA? I feel like the whole story here that we're getting is following a few events. Something Wanda did, something Loki did, something Doctor Strange did, all together causes this huge rift. We don't have details on that, and I hope we get them, to be completely honest. I hope, and we will in Multiverse of Madness. We're not going to get them in Doctor Strange, or in Spider-Man, because too much to focus on. But Doctor Strange is going to be like, oh, the multiverse is collapsing into chaos because of all of these events, not because of one thing. And hopefully they do a good explanation of that as well. Unfortunately, we'll more than likely never get another Snyder DC movie. And I agree with that. Until a few years down the road when they want to make money and they bring Henry Cavill back for Man of Steel 2 and they do it. And they let Snyder do it, because they know they'll make money off of it. Yo, Chris, imagine Danny DeVito as Gerald and Jim Carrey's Eggman interacting. See, that would be a lot of fun. Except Gerald's supposed to be like 6'8". Gerald's like hella tall. But Danny DeVito has the hairline. Will Doctor Strange meet Loki in the Multiverse of Madness? I believe so. When do you think Spider-Man will meet and fight and have a big story? Venom. In No Way Home, Venom 3, or the next Spider-Man movie? That's a good question. I don't know if it'll be Venom 3 or Spider-Man 4, the first of the new trilogy. We'll have to wait and see. Thoughts on the Jurassic World prologue? I thought it was gorgeous. Obviously, it was just a bunch of dinosaurs running around for 5 minutes and then some fighting at the end. I thought that was cool. There's not much to take away from it. But we'll have to wait and see. What's wrong? What is Wong doing during Spider-Man No Way Home? Maybe that's the time that Shang-Chi happens. We'll have to wait and see. Anna Taylor-Joy might be an interesting Gwen. Not sure I want her, but it'll light but it might be interesting. It would be interesting. I give you that much. Doctor Strange has met Loki before Thor Ragnarok, remember? Oh, you mean like meet, like hi? Yes. I'm excited for all the DC movies that are coming out, especially excited for Black Adam. Black Adam is going to be fantastic, Nathaniel. It's going to be a huge, huge blast. I think everybody's going to have a lot of fun with it. All right, guys. A little intermission while I drop my other handle. Here we go. This one is Twitter. Everybody go check out Twitter. If you're so interested in something like that. I do tweet about movie news and updates frequently. Jake with the $5 in the super chat. Will Zendaya and Tom's relationship last after they kill her in No Way Home? You know, I hope so. They tried to keep so I think their relationship's real, and I say real, you know, lightly, because obviously I don't know any of them. But there definitely are staged relationships in Hollywood just to help them become more famous. People who date people for the sake of the news media. I don't personally think that they are. They were trying to hide their relationship for a long time. And I say that very loosely because I don't know. And I don't want to be like the guy that talks about gossip and politics and all that crap in Hollywood. I don't care. But I think they're pretty much like, they're dating each other. I don't know that they'll get married. They're young kids, but I imagine, yeah. I think Spider-Man No Way Home movie will be released on Super Bowl on Disney+. That would show a preview of Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness trailer. I think the No Way Home movie will be released on Super Bowl Disney+. On Super Bowl. We'll have to see. I imagine they're going to want to try to sell some DVDs first, but we'll have to wait and see. When is the trailer for Sonic 2 movie on the Paramount Brazil channel? I don't know. We're still waiting for it on the English channel, so hopefully at the same time. Cosmic Culture, people who are that Tampa Bay Buccaneers hat you have. People who is that Tampa Bay? Yes, I have a Tampa Bay Buck hat on, 100%. What do you think? Who is coming through? I think that's going to lead directly into Multiverse of Madness. You know, I think it's going to be a huge, huge cliffhanger for what's going to happen in Multiverse of Madness. Maybe the whole thing ends as a huge mess. Ellie Fanning as Gwen. That could be good. Is Jake leaving? Oh, no. Madison's leaving. Bye, Madison. No Way Home won't release on Disney+. Sony deals. So, Ghostly, the word on the street is all of the Spider-Man movies are coming to Disney+. All of them. Sony made a deal with Disney+, and they're going to release all of the Spider-Man. We'll have to wait and see. Hope to see you on Wednesday, but I don't know yet. Well, we'll be here, Madison. Hopefully you can make it as well. Will we see Toby and Andrew again after No Way Home, whether it's a continuation of their franchise or just another crossover? I don't know. I think I could see Andrew 4. I kind of want Andrew to be the Spider-Man in the Sonyverse. But we'll have to wait and see. I don't know the details behind that for sure. Will the Spider-Man No Way Home end up like Infinity War? I think in a way, leading into Multiverse of Madness, and Multiverse of Madness will be its part 2. I could buy that. I could believe that. We'll have to wait and see. Ellie Fanning is a shout, by the way. LMAO. There you go. Is there a way Venom, Morbius, or Vulture will make an appearance in No Way Home? Venom might make a way in a post-credit scene. I wouldn't be surprised to see Vulture either. I don't know what their plan is. Apparently, we're only getting these 5 villains, so we're just gonna have to wait and see. Oh, I didn't know that. Also, gotta go. Good luck on stream, and hopefully, I get tickets for the day I want, December 18th. I'm sure you will, Ghostly. Good luck. Good luck to you. All the Spider-Man movies. I like the Toby and Andrew and Tom saga. Really? Will we get a trailer on Monday? I believe we should get something. I don't know if it'll be a whole new trailer, a final trailer, or a last trailer, but we should be getting something. With Silver Surfer coming in Guardians of the Galaxy 3, could we see Fantastic Four sooner than we think? I think we're going to get a tease for Fantastic Four in Quantumania. I don't think the Fantastic Four in the MCU are going to get their powers from space. I think they're going to get their powers from the quantum realm. And maybe they've been living in the quantum realm since the 60s. And they're going to come out. And just like Janet Van Dyne, they're going to have developed powers and abilities. And I think we all know what those powers and abilities are going to be. Yes, all the Spider-Man movies are coming to Disney Plus as they have started taking off the Spider-Man movies on Netflix. Yeah, I do believe that the plan is to move them over to Disney, and Sony's going to cut a deal with Disney to get some money from that. The first Sonic movie was really good. I have a feeling the Sonic 2 will be good. I just hope the Mario movie that is coming out next year will be good because I haven't had a good Mario movie yet. You know, they did a great job with the Sonic film. A really, really, really great job. And I think they have the ability to do that with Mario. Chris Pratt's going to be there, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. They have a pretty crazy cast already. So, yeah, I would be pretty excited for that. Are the Guardians of the Galaxy going to return? 100%. They're working on Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 as we speak. I honestly think they will reveal Tobey Maguire as Uncle Ben in the MCU. That way he can voice him in the freshman year show. I don't know if that's the plan. That'd be something weird. Personally, I think that'd be kind of weird. But we'll have to wait and see. I don't know if she could, but could Bryce Dallas Howard return as Gwen Stacy from the Raimi films? She 100% could, but I don't think she would be the MCU's Gwen Stacy. She would still be that Gwen Stacy. Do I think Spider-Man will get delayed due to new coronavirus variant? You know, I already talked about this, but I'm going to go ahead and say probably not, because I think it would be more detrimental to the film at this point. They could probably do it before anything major happens and start closing down theaters. It's only a month away, less than a month away. So I'm going to say no. So you think they have been in the quantum realm, maybe kept there by Doom in the city or fighting him? That would be cool. I think, Jake, that is the best way to introduce the Fantastic Four. You know, I've thought about it long and hard, and it's like, are they going to... There's two ways to do it. Make us wait a long time, because this group of people just can't show up out of nowhere, and do the whole story from the beginning, you know? Or do the Spider-Man thing. Have the whole intro that everybody knows to the Fantastic Four already have had happen. You know, they were fantastic, genius, super scientists from the 80s or something, and they ended up in the quantum realm, and they're in that city that they've created and built, and they've been in the quantum realm for 40 years now, 50 years now. They haven't aged, because time doesn't exist in the quantum realm, and they develop powers. I think it's the easiest, most clean way to bring the Fantastic Four into the MCU. Somebody goes in there, Ant-Man finds them and helps them get out, something, you know? But they could do the whole space thing too. But we've already seen it, so I feel like the quantum realm would be more fun. That's my thoughts. I think that's how I would do it if I was in charge. Just a tip for everybody to get tickets for No Way Home. Go to a small theater site and not Fandango or AMC. The smaller sites will have less traffic. 100% accurate. Are we going to get a separate Sinister Six movie? I hope so. If we do, I think it'll be in the Sony verse and not in the MCU. Which is a little bit of a bummer, because this whole Sinister Six isn't really the Sinister Six. Are we going to get a separate... Oh, I read that. I'm excited for the second Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I think a lot of people are. I think the first one was surprisingly pleasant and enjoyable. I think Happy dies because he was connected with the Iron Man and the Spider-Man, and I don't think Happy has some future in the MCU. I think he could have a future in the MCU. Like I said, he's the connecting block to Iron Man, and I'd be sad to see him go. Chris, do I like the new Spider-Man No Way Home trailer? And who is my favorite in No Way Home? I'm a huge fan of Tom Holland's Spider-Man. I think he's pretty great. I've always enjoyed his rendition of Spider-Man. I've never really been let down by it, so I'll say him. And yes, of course, I thought the trailer was a lot of fun. I need to go. Have a good day. Bye. Bye, Drew with the carrot. Do I think Fantastic Four will connect to Avengers 5? I have no clue what Avengers 5 is going to be about, so hard to say. Hard to say. Hard to say for sure. Am I excited for DC Super Pets? I think it'll be fun. There's a lot of really cool actors, all whom I like. So very possible. Ryan, I don't want Toby and Andrew in the trailer because 1, it's Tom Holland's movie. 2, fans care more about them than seeing Tom Holland's Spider-Man. 3, the hype would diminish by the time the movie comes out. That's fair. I don't disagree with you. If it makes you feel any better, I've heard they're only going to be in the movie for a combined total of 30 minutes screen time. So, not taking away too much from Tom Holland. Happy as a Skrull? No, not a Skrull. That'd be bad. That would be bad. Who would I want the first villain to be in Fantastic Four? I would want Mole Man. I doubt it would be Mole Man. I think it would likely be somebody else. Not sure who. Somebody small. And then they worked their way up to Doom. I guess small man, small. Do I think Andrew will get the Amazing Spider-Man 3? I think he could. I think I would do it that way if I were in charge. And, you know, with Sony, it's hard to tell ever what's actually going to happen. Do I think there's a big swing scene between Spider-Man? Although, just me thinking about that would give me goosebumps. I think it would be really cool if, you know, you have all three of them kind of swinging with each other. I think it would be really fun. I do hope that they do that. Sucks that the Transformers movie that was coming out next year is now coming out in 2023. I have to wait another year. Sad face. Yeah, that sucks. But it seems like it's going to be a lot of fun. Does seem like it's going to be a really fun movie. Have I watched the Japanese TV spot for No Way Home? I don't believe so. If the Sinister Six gets its own movie with Sony, do I think they'll cross over to the MCU or just get like little teasers? I don't know. The Sony-Disney relationship is so complicated because they both argue and disagree so frequently. You know, you just never know what's going to happen. You know, two years ago, Tom Holland was almost pulled out of the MCU. You know, they were almost done, just like that. So it's hard to say indefinitely what's going to happen. I can say what could happen and what will happen. But we're just going to have to really wait and see until we get some real announcements from Sony, which isn't very, very frequently. Because it's always also on the side. I doubt it would be Mole Man, but he is the first villain they fight in the comics. I'd like to see him in live action. I just think he'd be weird live action, but it'd be cool. If there's no time in the quantum realm, then how did Janet Van Dyne age in the Ant-Man and the Wasp? It's not that there's no time, I suppose. If I said that, I misspoke. Time works differently. You know, Ant-Man was in there for 5 hours, he said. But it was 5 years on Earth. He said it felt like it was 5 hours. He came out 5 hours later, 5 years had passed, and, you know, the end of the world had gone. So, I don't know. I just don't think time works the same. Maybe in different pockets of the quantum realm. The whole thing is that it exists outside of time. So maybe you age like you were on Earth, but it doesn't feel like you were. So I don't know. Do you think that Venom is the same Venom from Spider-Man 3? No. 0%. Do you think there's going to be more Spider-Man sequels? Eventually, Tom Holland's, yes. Dude, I remember everyone's panic when the Sony Marvel thing happened with Tom. It was hilarious. Yo, we made so many videos about that. Crazy times. I don't want Happy to Die. I think he could have a relationship like he has with Peter Parker with Ricky Williams, a.k.a. Ironheart. Just my opinion. We'll have to see. Why won't I answer you? I did answer you. Calm down, bro. There's a lot of people I'm talking to. You didn't hit me with them all caps. I already did answer you. If you weren't paying attention, that's on you. Chris, you like the new Iron Spider suit on the black and gold suit? So apparently it's not an Iron Spider suit. It's like an integration of 3 different suits into one, which I guess would mean it has part Iron Spider in it. I think it looks cool. I think it's clean. It's not my favorite suit he's ever had, but it looks cool for sure. Bayleaf, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Will Sony introduce Harry in the future? I don't know. I don't see a reason to. Mr. Anderson, what's happening, Chris? Hope you're having a great day. I am having a great day. I'm streaming and I'm hanging out. It's a lot of fun. I don't want to see Venom in No Way Home. I want to see a separate face-off with Spider-Man and Venom. What's your opinion? I 100% agree. Maybe we'll get a post-credit scene where we see Venom in New York or Eddie Brock trying to get a job at the Daily Bugle. Something like that. But I don't think we'll see him there either. Yeah, Marvel, I'm talking to you with your all caps. Calm down. Will the kid from Iron Man 3 ever come back? They teased him in Endgame, didn't they? So it's a possibility. If they wanted to bring him back, he's still around. Do I think Tobey will get a Spider-Man 4? No, I don't. Do you think Tony Stark will be a hologram for Riri in the comics? Maybe. The problem with that is if Robert comes back, he's coming back in a different capacity than just a hologram. That's my thoughts on that. Like, he is Iron Man. He's not going to want to just come back as a hologram. Maybe for, like, a scene, but I don't think for, like, the whole time. I think Aunt May die. MJ's going to be saved by Andrew, and Happy can't die. There you go. What if Miles Morales shows up instead of the other 2 Spider-Man? Because we see Lizard get hit by something. What if it's Miles Morales invisible? Possible, but unlikely. Do you think Morbius takes place parallel to No Way Home or after it in some mixed up timeline? Or do you think it's in a specific one? You want to know my honest opinion about that, Sebastian? I think Sony is trying to use the hype of the Spider-Man MCU storyline as much as they can to get people excited about their other movies. That's my honest answer. I think Morbius exists in this weird world where, all of these different universes are colliding. You see Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, and there's hints of the Amazing Spider-Man Oscorp, and I think they're just trying to make it as confusing as possible so people get excited about it. And that's it. That's what I think. Chris, what's my favorite Tom Holland Spider-Man suit? I think it would have to be, honestly, just the first one he gets from Iron Man. The Stark suit that he gets originally, that one's awesome. It's classic. It's cool, and I really liked it. Will Spider-Man be part of the new Avengers? Eventually. I don't think originally he will, but eventually I think he'll make his way back. It's okay, Marvel. Maniacs, it's okay. Will other Spider-Men also get new suits in No Way Home? I don't think so. I don't think they'll be in the film long enough, but it would be cool if Doctor Strange did like something for him, but it would be awesome if they did do that. Do I think Venom will be a friend or foe to Spider-Man? I think he'll be a foe for sure. Do I think we'll get a small tease in the end of Eternals of Galactus coming like he's a powerful Celestial? Well, we already saw Eternals, and we didn't get that. So no. Am I going to cry if somehow you don't see Toby or Andrew in No Way Home? If somehow they don't show up, I will be disappointed in Sony for the way they've handled this situation. I think if you're Sony, all right, and I've thought about this for a while. Like, what happens? I'm very positive that they are in the film, okay? And I'm going to talk about this for a second, guys. If for some reason, somehow, they aren't in the movie at all, I'm not going to take any feelings away from the movie. I'm excited to see them. It won't be the end of the world. I still think it's going to be a good film. I will, however, be very disappointed in Sony as a company. So you're a company, right? And you hear all these rumors and these plot leaks and these YouTubers talk about the 3 Spider-Men are coming, and you think to yourself, wow, that would have been a really good idea. We should have done that, but we didn't. You need to come out and make a statement. Hey, everybody, we love the creativity and the excitement and the love for Spider-Man in the community, but we want to set expectations, and we want you all to know that this is not happening. Maybe somewhere down the road in future or in different circumstances, this is a possibility, and we would love to make it happen for you. But we want to set expectations. This is not happening in Spider-Man No Way Home. An official statement from Sony Pictures Group. Sincerely, people who care. That is an appropriate professional way to deal with it. You cannot allow an entire fan base for months to sit here talking about how this is going to happen and this is the dream and we're all very excited and never address it if it's not true. There is an appropriate way for a company of this stature to deal with 3 Spider-Men happening to a group of people who are infatuated with the character, who relied on the character to get them through sticky situations in school with bullies, who watched this show while their parents were fighting out in the living room, who used Spider-Man as an escape or as a role model. And I'm getting serious about it because I think it is serious. I think there's a huge group of people who rely on Spider-Man as a real-life hero. And this movie means more to them than, oh my gosh, look, all the money that Sony's going to make. It means it's generations of a character that has given people hope brought into one moment. And if Sony doesn't respect the fan base enough to say, hey guys, we love the creativity, this isn't happening, then they are disrespecting every single fan, and they don't deserve to have the character Spider-Man under their name anymore. And it's serious. But I hope that they are able to appreciate and recognize that. For Spider-Man, do you like the red and black suit or the red and blue suit? I honestly just want Tom Holland to get a new version of the red and blue. I like red and blue. I think it's classic. And I think it's a lot of fun. I think Morbius timeline is somewhere a mix of Toby, Andrew, and Tom's universe. I think you're probably right. Because I think they want that attention. Yeah, Jake, they have the responsibility to manage our expectations as the owner of the franchise, as the owner of the character. They can't just put a blind eye and be like, oh, well, this is getting out of hand. We'll just ignore it. It needs to be dealt with, and it needs to be talked about. I think Morbius is the kind of character that break the fourth wall. What do I think? Not really. Not really. Man, that got deep. That's because it is deep, Melissa. I think it really is. I think it's important to appreciate that there are individuals who, as children, relied on Spider-Man, or as adults, relied on the strength of a character who is selfless and giving, who brings light into the world in a different way. That's a responsibility that you have as the owner of this character, because it's real. And I think that the disrespect to the fan base for this character, the disrespect to the character, to Stan Lee, to the creation, to everything he represents, would just be on a whole new level if Sony did not maintain this situation. And that's one of the reasons why I am so convinced that they're in the movie. Because if you're Sony, you would have had to pull the brake on this. The e-brake needed to be smashed so far up here. Like, guys, calm down. It's not happening. And it hasn't happened. Now, I get Sony's not the most responsible company in the world, so it's possible that they didn't do that, but I don't believe it. I just do not believe that they would not have put a handle on the situation if they weren't in the film. Seriously, the chat stopped and we all just listened to Chris on that deep topic. Yeah, because I do think it is a serious topic. Will Scarlet Witch break the multiverse and introduce the X-Men? Possibly. I think it's a very high possibility. I don't necessarily want that to be the way that they come. So, there it is. Alpha Predator, welcome to the stream. If you've been here, I'm only just now seeing you. I want to bet my childhood love of Spider-Man that Tobey and Andrew are in the movie. After all the evidence, rumors, real leaks, trailers, posters, and actors, there's no way they aren't in it. I agree. Do you think that Sony will introduce us to other Spider-Mans like Spider-Man 2099? I hope they do. But Sony's just not been very responsible with the whole Spider-Man universe. The only reason Spider-Man's as cool as he is because Disney took him over. My personal and honest opinion. Sony and Marvel blaming each other when fans are pissed Tobey and Andrew didn't show up. I agree that it would be just as much on Disney, but it's on Sony. They own the franchise. They're responsible for the marketing. They're responsible for all of it. They just use Disney's resources to make him as big as he is, but it is on Sony 100%. Just Kraven the Hunter will be in the MCU, otherwise no one care about the movie. You know, and that's the fact. Nobody cares about the Sony's universe. I don't think anybody does. With great power comes great responsibility. Oswin, thank you. As someone said in a movie, companies start to dispel all rumors regarding a movie, then the audience will eventually start to picture what exactly will be in the movie. Yeah, that's true, and I agree with you. But I think this specific rumor needed to be handled. I know you can't go through and just kick out all of the true details or all of the false details. But this one in particular is something different. It's a different creature. It's a different monster. And I don't think that it's necessarily a movie company's job to dispel every rumor or fake leak that ever comes out. But this one particularly, it was their job. John says, do you think Spider-Man Toms will be in Doctor Strange 2? I believe, yes, he had one more team-up movie on his contract, and I believe that it is going to be this film. Guys, if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. We do weekly videos, weekly live podcasts like this, and daily videos on the channel. Also, do me a favor and smash that like button. Help the video in the algorithm. We can grow and get a bigger fan base here, a bigger community. Harrison, how you doing, my guy? Yo, just saw Ghostbusters Afterlife, and as a big Ghostbusters fan, I loved it. That's exactly what I'm saying. If you love Ghostbusters, Ghostbusters Afterlife is for you. It is a gorgeously well-made film. They did a very, very good job with that. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I heard rumors about Doc Strange. Multiverse of Madness will have the old Fantastic Four from the 2000s. I haven't heard that one. The movie will get a 96% if they show up. If they don't, the audience score will be like a 40. Yeah, that's probably true. And like I said, I'm not going to let it affect how much I enjoy the film. I'm wholeheartedly expecting to see them, and if I don't, I'll be surprised. But I won't hate the movie for it. Guys, if you want to be like John or Jake or anybody else, we do have memberships available on the channel. One of them is going to show you all the cool emotes you can get, as well as the badge. And it's a lot easier for me to notice people when they have the little badge because they pop up on my screen a little brighter. And it's just a good way to support the community and me. So I would appreciate you check it out. And if it's something you're capable and willing to do, we'd love to have you join the community through that little badge and join button. Just a reminder, we're probably going to be finishing up here in a minute. We have passed our hour mark, and I try to keep it at an hour. So, guys, throw in your last-minute questions and thoughts. This has been a good stream. I think we hit some pretty cool topics. We talked about all the things that were in the title, Sonic, Jurassic World, and Spider-Man. So it wasn't just Spider-Man. My giveaway ends at the end of the month, and we will announce the winner. Worry not. Harrison, who was just in here, Harrison Coxon, won the last giveaway, and his prize is on its way very slowly because he lives in a different country. But we are going to get it out to him, and so he can tell you my giveaways are real. We love giving back to the community, and I think we have a pretty big giveaway planned for December. So stick around after if you don't win this time. I get you guys won't all win, and most of you won't, but we do like to give back to the community any way we can. It really is just a way to reward the community for being awesome. So good luck to everybody. And it is a random selection. We do have a generator that picks the winner. I want Iron Man 4 with Tony Stark's daughter owner and taking over Stark Industries, and she can be the new Iron Man. I think that would be cool. I just think we're a long way away from that. For sure. Am I excited to see the OG cast in Dominion? 100%. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. All right, guys. Officially get your last comments and thoughts in while I drop these leaks. And I'll answer any last questions after that, and we can call it a full-on day. Oh, yeah, Teague won one, too. A few winners still here. It's cool to see that the winners stay around. It's cool to see that the winners stick around. Gabe won one, too, I guess. He won Stormbreaker, I think. And while I'm posting these, throw in your last-minute questions, and then I will hop off, and I'll see you guys. I'm posting a cool video tomorrow, guys. So anybody who's around right now, I hope you can check it out. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Like I said, I've compiled all of the trailers in chronological order based off of what we've heard in the leaks and the rumors. Spider-Gwen or Gwenpool, live action Gwenpool. Oh gosh, I don't know if my nerd heart could handle Gwenpool. That would be something crazy. Whew. You do such a great job discussing the ideas that come up in chat. Great show, bud. Thank you, Mr. Anderson. 1, for being here, and 2, for your comment. I do appreciate that. I think this is a lot of fun. This is one of my favorite hours of the week, is sitting here chatting with you guys. You guys get to drive the conversation, and we have a lot of fun with it. So thank you so much, Mr. Anderson. I do appreciate that. Do I think one of the Spider-Mens will die? I do. I do personally think that that's going to happen. There is a channel said about the old guy in Squid Game. If they make an American version, Joe Biden will be him. Very possible. How have I been? I've been really good, Raw Premiere. Thank you for asking. I'm about to finish up stream, but thanks for joining and thanks for asking. As much as I love the red and gold suit, I want Tom to get a new red and blue suit. 100% agree. Love the live. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Nathaniel. Will do. We'll be here next week, and we have a watch party Tuesday night for the next Hawkeye series. I also thought it was weird when Paramount did not show Sonic 2 trailer on Thursday, given their Thanksgiving hints on Twitter. I agree. Dude, that's going to be an epic video. Thank you, Jake. And then afterwards, I actually talk about the plot leak and put it in order. So feel free, everybody, to check that video out. I actually put a lot of work into it. It was a long video to make. A lot of my videos usually take like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. This one took me several hours to put together. So hopefully you all enjoy it. Never going to happen, but imagine Peter Parker in No Way Home. There you go. Do I think we'll get a teaser trailer for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse in the next year, because it was supposed to be released on April, but was delayed to be released on October? No, I actually don't know much about that. Your honest tips about getting tickets Monday. Just be there. Hopefully you don't have any issues. Really, you're only going to have problems if the websites crash, which does happen. But honestly, there's not a lot that you can do about that. Don't worry about it, Marvel Maniacs. You just got to be patient. There's a lot of people talking to me. A lot of stuff going on. All right, guys. I think that's going to be it for me. There are links to all of my different things down below. My Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Discord. Click them. Check them out. Everybody say thank you to Jake for being an awesome mod. He is doing a good job keeping y'all riled up because you get a little bit excited during these streams, but that's okay. One day the music video will come. Tiga, I actually think I'm going to switch it to Con flores, encanta la tristeza con colores. I'm going to change it to that song because that's my new favorite song right now. All right, guys. Take care. Thank you so much for hanging out. Have a wonderful time. And I'll see you next time right here on Cosmic Culture.